Welcome to Chargers TV. I'm Sam Treasure, joined with a very well-dressed Wes Cusworth tonight for Pink Day and Sponsors Round. We saw the Youth League women followed by the Youth League men against cross-town rivals Bellarine. Two games that just didn't quite go the Chargers' way.
No, that's right. And I might just say that whilst it does appear to be overkill wearing a suit as opposed to my Surf Coast Chargers attire, this is the only pink item of clothing that I have, and it obviously just didn't appear with the Surf Coast Chargers t-shirt. But the most important thing is that we're here for a really special occasion. It was not only Sponsors Day, but it was also Pink Night. It's the Breast Cancer Network fundraiser. There was a lot of money raised, which is fantastic. It was great turnout by the sponsors and the like. So, really, really pleased for us to have the opportunity to be involved in a night like this.
Certainly, Wes. We got a chance to chat with some of them as well, so that's coming up. Joined with Lucas Jones. A very, very impressive game from you tonight, made 20 points, but not quite the result you were after for against Bellarine. Talk us through it.
Yeah, we were missing our two main scorers, Oscar and Harry, and boys were just battling. We were a bit stressed on our offense, couldn't really get through much, and well, I was just doing my thing, getting to the ring, and the other boys were chipping in how they could, but Bellarine were just all over us, and they played real well, so there's not much we could do.
Looked like it was a very heavy-hearted sort of game, fair few fouls. How close are you and some of the boys with Bellarine? Of course, it's just up the highway.
Yeah, so it's a good rivalry between us. We know them pretty well. A few of them played down here last season, so yeah, it's a good relationship between those boys. It's always good to play them.
Now, of course, that's why getting interviewed, you were probably the pick of the Chargers boys tonight, or at least on the scoring end. Talk us through a little bit of your game, maybe who's someone you try and replicate in your play style, or what do you like to try and base your game off? What are your strengths?
I just try and base myself off going 100%, going flat out all the time, kind of like, I guess, Russell Westbrook in a way. I just try and always get downhill, and I could see the boys were struggling offensively, so I was just going downhill at 110%, and it seemed to work, so I kept doing it.
Fast, crash and bash. Now, I understand you just told us before we started there was a 10-week free ligament ankle injury. Talk us through that, talk us through the rehab. It's good to see you up and running now, however.
Yeah, so early, 2 months ago, I hurt my ankle real bad. I rolled it on a flat basketball, and so 2 weeks after that, I played 2 games back to back, and I think that might have cooked it even more. So I had, I think, 8 to 10 weeks off from there, and rehab was just strengthening that area, resting it for a couple of weeks, and then doing running and whatever, conditioning myself up. But it's good to be back now.
Certainly, well, it's good to have you back. Next week into Gippsland, I know they're similar stage on the ladder for you. They do have some very good scorers. Cody Tibbles, I know, is a really good group. What do you know about them? How do you attack that?
Not too sure. I don't think I would have played against them, or maybe I have, but slipped my memory. But just go out there, just play how we play as a team, and we should get it done.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Lucas. Chargers TV, well done tonight.
Thank you.
And Wes, you had the chance to catch up with Sienna Macumba of the Youth League Women's. She was impressive tonight, along with the rest of the girls, and just a narrow loss to Bellarine.
Yeah, Ali Bennett scored 21 points. Emma Gilligan scored 15, so they were 2 other players who really stood out. But all the girls were just giving their absolute all in a game that was just decided by 6 points. And as you, Sam, know, that is the sort of score that can be broken down in the space of just a few moments. So unfortunately, just a very narrow loss for the girls. So I'm joined by Sienna Macumba, who scored 13 points despite the 6-point loss to Bellarine Storm. Ali Bennett was outstanding tonight. Sienna, obviously it's great to see teammates rise to the occasion.
Yes, Ali's always strong, good at taking it to the ring and shooting the three. Yeah.
Well, you're another player who obviously likes to attack the glass, and obviously you got the reward once again tonight.
Yeah, I like to drive it in, but sometimes I gotta stop for a jump shot.
So tell me about the relationship between yourselves and Bellarine Storm. It seemed like a lot of players were very, very familiar with one another's game, personalities and the like. It was a level of intensity that perhaps we haven't even seen from some other previous games this season.
Yes, it's always a friendly rivalry between Bellarine. we've played them heaps in practice matches like pre-season, but it's always a good game. Yeah, always competitive and physical.
A couple of players missing from tonight's game. Obviously, it just makes it a little bit tougher, doesn't it?
Yeah, a couple of the girls had to go play for the women because there have been a few injuries. But yeah, we stayed together and we fought hard. It was a good game.
Now, I know that you're intrinsically involved in the club and it's such an important place for you. Obviously, the theme was the pink round. Obviously, it was also Sponsors Day, so a really significant occasion for the club to turn things on in both Youth League men and Youth League women. But to have a really good turnout was really pleasing.
Yeah, we had a lot of supporters show up, which is always good, and yeah, had a good feed after, so it's good.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to have you join us on Chargers TV once again, Sienna. Look forward to seeing more of you moving forward and hopefully some success to come for the Youth League women. All the very best moving forward.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course, today being Sponsors Day as well, I had the chance to catch up with Olsen, owner of Body Sculpting and Fitness in Torquay. Well, the owner of the best gym in Torquay has joined us on Chargers TV. Olsen, welcome, owner of Body Sculpting and Fitness. Now, before we get into your business, mate, what did you make of the game tonight? A bit hot-headed, wasn't it, against rivals Bellarine?
Yeah, I heard there was a bit of rivalry going on before the game tonight, but it was good. The atmosphere was nice. It was good to watch the boys have a bit of a run around. So yeah.
Absolutely, it was some friendly fire. Well, owner of Body Sculpting and Fitness here in Torquay, give your business a plug. What can we expect if we go down there, want to get fit?
Yeah, so we're a 24-hour gym. We've got child binding, we've got group fitness, boxing, all that kind of stuff. We've got a nice big space, and yeah, leave people to do their thing and enjoy their time there.
And obviously, one of the major sponsors here is the Chargers. How long have you been a sponsor of the team?
It's been a couple of years now. I think this is our second season sponsoring the guys, and we've got over 50 of the team signed up at the gym. Even before we sponsored the guys, we had a few members active in there from the start, which was a big driver, and sponsorship and their continued support.
Ever play basketball yourself?
No, I haven't. To be honest, coming into these guys' games was some of the first games I've actually watched, but I was saying it's actually enjoyable because what happens in the game, it's pretty fast paced and you get the time out to have a bit of a breather as well, so it's good for my attention span for the most part.
Yeah, it's a wonderful game. This Youth League men's team, I mean, I'm around a similar age bracket and they're certainly good hoopers.
Yeah.
They know how to play.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good seeing that athleticism of the young guys. It's good. I think you're going to try to get something out of the gym, get a bit more strength going, I reckon.
Yes. Get down to Body Sculpting and Fitness. Olsen will sort everyone out.
Yeah. The boys are always welcome. Yeah, very good.
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks, fellas. Thanks.
In senior women, it was the fast-starting Keysborough Cougars who got the better of Surf Coast Chargers 98-67. Candice Rogers was outstanding once again, 26 points and 13 rebounds. Amy Huerveld backed up her recent rich vein of form with 12 points and 12 boards, and Bella Beecham chimed in with 12 points. A 6-hour trip to Mildura proved a road too far for the men. Mildura winning 102-78 after a very bright and brisk beginning. Dexter Graham scored 19 points and 10 boards. Rowan Jarvie ripped down 9 rebounds along with his 17 points. And Tyler Erard scored 13 points and had 3 assists.
Well, that wraps up another episode of Chargers TV. Join us again next week. We've got 3 games here at Wardy Bay Stadium. The Youth League women are up against Mornington. The senior women are up against RMIT, and the men are up against Sherbrooke. So it should be an awesome weekend of basketball once again, guys.
Yes, it should be. Obviously, the one game on Saturday night, 2 games on Sunday. Make sure you get down here and support your Surf Coast Chargers.